What's up, everybody? Sky Spider here. So I don't have a lot going on in the bug room today, but it's about quality, not quantity, right? Oh yeah. So we got some scorpions, some centipedes, and I've got to do one rehousing, and I've got a potential person taking one of my Pamphibodius. So I need to dig her out from underneath a giant pile and get a photo of her for him. So that's the plan for today. Let's see how much we get done. So this is the Cosmos I'm going to be rehousing. As you can see, we've got a little bit of mold in here. I'm probably overcautious when it comes to mold, but with the little ones, I definitely want to get them rehoused and out of this environment. So let's get to working on a new enclosure. All right, I've got another one of our little baby bins all cleaned up here, freshly washed, nice and shiny. Let's go ahead and get some substrate in there. All right, I got my typical favorite substrate mix in here. It's Reptisoil, orchid bark, a little bit of potting soil, and sphagnum moss. It's very dry, though, unfortunately. It's been sitting for a while since I last used it. So I'm going to try and moisten this up a little bit. It looks like I'm overdoing it at first, but when it's dry like this, it takes a lot longer to absorb the water. So I'm going to give that a good 5 to 10 minutes or so to soak in. And then I've got some sphagnum here that has been absorbing water, so it should be good to go. And also I'm going to stick a little piece of cork bark in here for the spider. They're too little to really need it, but I'd rather them have the option if they want it. You know, nothing too fancy. But good for your little, mostly burrowing spiders. So there's our little Cosmos baby. Got all the decorations pulled out of here to make it easier to find. We got our new enclosure all ready to go over here. Added a little bit of that damp sphagnum. So this will have a nice humidity once the substrate finally absorbs that water I put in. But let's get our little spooter out of here and moved in. And we have a little cutie running all over my arm. Here there, baby. Oh, we're going too high. And now we're in the carpet. Awesome. Yeah, this little baby's a little bit bolty. But yeah, it's easy to be bolty when you're this little. But yeah, let's get you rehoused, cutie. It's hard to keep this in focus right now. There we go. We are happily moved into a new enclosure with no mold. Though the way this potting soil has been going, I might still have a mushroom grow in here. We'll find out. Thankfully, they've been completely harmless so far. But yay! Super tiny, adorable little dwarf spider for the win. Alrighty, first scorpion of the day. This is one of my unnamed death stalkers. The one I think is female now. Alright, let's see if we are hungry. You hungry? There you go. You can have it. Okay, I don't know what that was about. Here. Weirdo. think she might have been more focused on my tweezers. You got something on your back, silly. Oh, there's the death. You can see the legs straighten out. Yeah, I never want to have an opportunity to be stung by one of these. Luckily, that's probably never going to happen because I'm very careful with them. Again, you guys see the disclaimer. I finally remember Dad. Just in case it isn't clear without the black light, my little Asian scorpion, the bark scorpion, molted. Yay! You can see it's not quite as blacklight reactive as the molt yet. They have to fully harden before they start to glow again. Man, super cool. Means it's doing well. Still no babies from Timna. As you can see, she's puffing out a little bit size-wise, though. But whenever you're breeding, you always offer food. There we go. You want to feed these girls as much as they're willing to take. Don't worry, I'll put your hide back in a second, sweetie. I think that's what she's looking for. But yeah, eat up. Hopefully you're eating for a few dozen now. Yeah. You waving your hand around hoping I'm going to give you something else? I honestly don't know if she would take another one right now, but I'm not gonna overload her at the moment. So we got Sidisi here, one of my little fat tails. Amusing thing with this one, I got a few fat tails at the same time, and this one is growing so much slower than my other ones are. I don't know if this is as big as the species gets, maybe. But yeah, this one's maybe 1.5 to 2 inches total length with the tail. And my other ones are 4 inches, 4.5. So yeah, not sure if bicolor just gets smaller. I should look that up. But if they do max out around the same size, what is going on with this growth rate? Surprising they'd be so different. Like being fed the same amounts and everything. So yeah, just a little curiosity. I'll look it up while I'm editing and like put a note up here at the top at some point. It'd be really cool if fat tails existed that only get 1 inch. Like I'd totally get a few more of these. That's a great size for a pet scorpion. We got my teeny little girl Taysa here. She's still growing up and being strong. She's also the one that gives me the hardest time handing her food because she stings it before I even get a chance to let go. So let's see how she's feeling today. All right, Taysa, are you ready for some food? Ooh, threat posture. Food? Wowzer, she's a grumpy Gus. Which is kind of funny. I like my spicy critters. This one just happens to be hot and spicy. It's so funny. I've got Timna, who you guys saw earlier, and she is relatively calm. Same species, and this one is just hell on wheels. Well, hell on little stumpy legs, but still. Love seeing the varying personalities. So here's the other Androctonus I was talking about. This is Damia. And Damia, yeah, stretched out is about 4 inches. And I got them both in the exact same order, I think. So yeah, not sure why. Just bizarre. You hungry though, Damia? Let's offer Damia here a full-size dubia. Yep, she is into it. That roach left me with a Nusika. So her babies will live on, apparently. Not very often you get those spit out on your tweezers. So yeah, if you know the normal size of an adult female dubia, about an inch, you can see her body length is about 1.5 inches, tail length is another 1.5 inches. So she's anywhere between 3 and 4 inches. And Sidisi, as I said, maybe 1.5 inches tops. Just wonder why. Again, I will have looked this up by the time I'm editing, but at the moment I'm wondering. That's a really good view right there. Is that going to be our still for the video? Probably. I still love seeing the little pectines flutter underneath them sometimes. I saw one just a second ago. Are your pectines visible? Doesn't look like it. So yeah, I can see she's not even shy. I didn't even have to take her hide out. She was sitting out in the open and she just stayed there for me. I don't know. I'm always fascinated by how many different personalities you get out of animals when you have this many. Like, no matter how closely related. They can be same species, same egg sac. And you'll find differences between them. Oops, saw a pectine flutter. Well, I shouldn't be surprised. None of the centipedes want to be on video. Nothing new there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed what I was able to get, and I'll see you on the next one. Remember, be nice to your bugs.